I'm going to tell you guys a story. Then you guys will explain to me, if you understand, why the character in this story made the decisions she made. There's a character in this book, her name is Ndali. Ndali is the daughter of a wealthy man. If I tell you that somebody is wealthy, I mean like Mpaya Jezibego. Her father has serious money. This book is set in early 2000s. Yeah, early 2000s. Her father had a mansion, had 8 solid cars like Ubo Kajara Kaja. You can start thinking Rolls Royce, Bentley, whatever it is you're thinking of that time. This babe studied abroad. She did not study one of those courses that they will say, let it be that my daughter went to school, or when you graduate, you can work anywhere. No, this babe studied pharmacy abroad. Even if you were from a lowly background, from a low background, yeah, or from a middle class background, and you got scholarship to study abroad, so you even study anything abroad, and you came back in early 2000s, automatically it means now kwagariala. That's your status has been elevated. Yeah. Then talk more of studying pharmacy abroad. Now keep this in mind though. Keep this babe's background in mind, and even her achievements for herself in mind. This babe falls in love with someone from a poor background. This guy, his highest level of education was SSCE. Aquagar, the type of secondary school he went to, is not even is the type of secondary school that is like a public secondary school. What I'm just saying is, even the secondary school he went to, you cannot compare it in any way with the type of school she went to. Yeah. Throughout their relationship, or throughout her loving this man, I struggle to find the substance to their love. Like usually, people who fall in love, it's usually because they have like areas of compatibility. So even if you're not from the same economic class, you probably have the same level of education, or at least close enough level of education, so that the difference is not a stark or acute difference in backgrounds. Why that is really important, or why that is almost logical, is because when you're having conversations, you have to be able to think alike to stand each other. Yeah. But throughout, like financially, no. Educationally, no. The only way they're compatible is sexually. And this guy, I don't know if sexual compatibility is a thing in choosing life partner or in marriage, but if I'm looking for any way that I can say, okay, these people are really similar, is in their love for sex. Yeah. There's a part where there's something serious happening, and the Chinonso is the guy in this book. He's only thinking,
Oh, somebody else is going to be sucking my babe's breast if I don't marry her.
like, I'm like, guy, solve the main problem on ground first. But that's by the way. Now, oh, and the only reason this I've seen that this girl also likes the guy is that she likes, because the guy is a poultry farmer. Yeah. And she's like, oh, I like the way you take care of your chicken. I like the way you protect your chicken from the hawks. It makes me feel you're going to take care of me that way. And I'm just thinking, babe, I need you guys to understand why I'm this confused. Because somebody that went to university, to a very good university, and went to a very good university abroad, you wouldn't think that the person would be thinking about choosing a life partner in this way. Oh, let me tell you guys the thing that's also confusing me the more. Not only did she love this guy, but she loved this guy to the point where she was going to disown her family for this guy. I don't understand. She loved the guy to the point where she was going to disown her family for the guy. Like she left home, and she said if her father was not going to accept him, she wasn't going to come back home. She did not mind if the father disowned her. Not only that, this babe got pregnant for the guy, intentionally got pregnant for the guy out of wedlock. Why this is really baffling to me is because even in 2025, there are places or there are people that if you got pregnant out of wedlock, you know that church or church is going to be happening a lot. So imagine you, the daughter of a wealthy man, getting pregnant out of wedlock in the early 2000s. I know there was no social media there, but it sounds to me like the kind of gist. What are those magazines they used to have that time? Like maybe City People and the rest will have like all those gossip magazines. Then sounds to me like what will be on the front cover if word got out. So if somebody can explain to me why somebody from a wealthy home who has that level of educational background, and I'm not just talking about these things as possessions, I'm talking about them as processes. What I mean is that I think there's a way wealthy people think, which is very different from the way people that are not wealthy think, which also influences how they choose life partners. Fine, it was her father's wealth. She was not the one that was wealthy. But there's also a way people that have been educated, and especially educated abroad and educated to a certain level think. That is not the way people that have not been educated to a certain level think, which is what always confused me. Like, I kept thinking, considering the thought process this type of people have, how did she make this decision? And how did she make this decision to the point where she locked in? And where she locked in to the point that she's like, I don't mind dying for this man. And she actually did die for the man. Well, the author doesn't expressly state it, but the way the book ends, there's a very high chance she died eventually. If anyone has read this book and can please explain to me, or from what I've said, if anyone can explain to me, is this a psychological thing? Is this like, is this a spiritual thing? If so, anybody can explain to me, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.